We have another installment in the side-by-side comparisons. And today we're going to be looking at Panthor. And I have 3 different renditions of Panthor. So, of course, we got the 80s classic version. And down here at the bottom, because this one came out first, is the Loyal Subjects. It's tiny, but he's still a rendition, and this one is the flocked version. And then I have the Walmart exclusive Origins figure, and the reason why this one is a Walmart exclusive is because it's flocked. I do have the non-flocked one, but they're the same. It's just that one's flocked, the other one isn't, so I didn't bring it out. So let's see if we can find some differences. I'm gonna move the Loyal Subjects out of the way because you know, obvious difference, he's way smaller, but it's still nice to have. Still nice to have in your collection if that's something that you're interested in. So we have the 80s version here on your right. Looking at it, I think the Origins is larger, and we've talked about that in other episodes. The Origins figures look larger. Some of them I think is an illusion because of the box and the box size. The Origins boxes are bigger, but this one I think in the Origins figure is actually bigger. Let's look at the painting. The painting looks pretty similar, but we're going to get a close-up look. So here we got Skeletor on Panthor. And Panthor, you didn't really see him too much. If you saw the original 80s cartoon, he was only in about 3-4 episodes. And Skeletor never rode him. He was mainly with Evelyn the whole time. He always walked. He was never ridden. So I guess they just needed something to kind of compare with Battle Cat. But Skeletor never rode him in the 80s cartoon. So, and he was rarely in it. So, but anyway, in this one we see Skeletor riding Panthor, charging in the battle. Panthor in this one looks it looks more muscular than he does over here. Over here he looks more cat-like, more panther-like. Here he looks more savage, more like in the dinosaur days. He looked more savage here, and it does say Savage Cat, but here he looks more savage because he's bigger and looks more muscular he looks more muscular than he does over here. Over here he just looks like a panther cat. We got the same background in both, so I'm not gonna pan back and forth. The background looks the same. We got the little smoky, orangey background with the Zoar is in the Origins, and in the original we have just some kind of scaly flying creature. It says over here, an awesome, fearless fighter, removable armor, and realistic fur. So, in the original, Panthor was flocked. Masters of the Universe Panthor, and we can see him. He doesn't come with a headdress like Battle Cat did. Battle Cat had that headdress, but Panthor doesn't. And then we got some words over here. Same thing. An awesome, fearless fighter, removable armor, carries Skeletor into battle. And realistic fur. So he's flocked. So let's turn him around. So as you can see, we got some major differences here. Let's start with the 80s edition. Selling products. as always. And what are we selling this time? We got the Attack Track, we got Battle Cat, Castle Grayskull, Point Dread, Zoar. I said Zoar the other time. That was Screech. Sorry, Screech was on the front side of this. And then we got some evil warriors and the heroic warriors. Okay. Over here, we got a nice battle scene, which is really nice. I like seeing the artwork. So I like the back of this one better. We see Skeletor and Panthor in the foreground, and Battle Cat and He-Man in the background, and Castle Grayskull. We see a volcano that's erupting. We see the moon on another planet. We see a dark, smoky looking sky. Liking the colors on it, the oranges, the grays, and the blacks. All of that looks good. Looks really good. Okay, and then what are we selling here? Selling Panthor, but we already got Panthor, so why is he on there? Battle Cat, and then we see some of the heroic warriors and some of the evil warriors. And this one shows you how to take his armor off and put it back on. So that's differences here. And I guess because on the newer ones, because the box is bigger, they got more space, so they put the piece of artwork at the top to kind of take up space, and I like that a lot better. I think it looks a lot nicer. So let's turn it around. And again, I said on the origins behind Skeletor that was Zoar. That's actually Screech. Screech is Skeletor's equivalent of Zoar, except for Screech is a mechanical bird. And I think in the cartoon, the 80s cartoon, you only saw Screech like once. If I remember right, it was only like one time, and it was for a second. He called him in, gave him an assignment, and in the cartoon he was a robot. He was an android, so it wasn't like an actual bird. It was just like an android, a robot. But anyway, yep, those are the differences. I hope you like these this segment of the channel. I've been doing a few of these of the ones that I have. I can do some side-by-side comparisons. I have a few more, so I'll put together a couple of more. And I hope this helps you out, especially if you're trying to decide, hey, I want to get into buying the Origins, or should I buy the Maddie Club? Because I showed some. If I had a Maddie Club, I showed that. Or should I get the original 80s? I always recommend, because people do ask, if you can afford the original, get the original. I think you would like it better. I think it looks better, especially because on some, now in the on the Origins, they are putting artwork. I'm an in the box collector. I love the boxes. I love the artwork on the boxes. In the Origins, because they're doing artwork on the boxes, I like them. And I collect the animals and I collect the vehicles. On all of the original 80s one, they have artwork. And on the, if it's the figures, they have the card, a generic card with their names on it. But the vehicles and the animals have their box art, and it's customized is to the figure. So I like that. So it really depends on your budget, what you're trying to do, if you really want to get into it. Now, if you can't afford it, do the next best thing. Get your Origins figures and be happy with it. The one thing, the Origins figures will be cheaper. And because they're newer, you can care for the box better if you're in the box collector like I am, because I have some of the older figures. I had to, of course, get them used, and some of the boxes are damaged. I usually buy them even if it's in a damaged box, as long as the box was never open. So it's a lot of things that you have to consider. And, just take your time. Of course, look at your budget. Look at, think about what you really want to do, how you want your collection to look, how you want it to flow, what you want it to represent, how you want it to represent you. And then you go for it. And don't worry about the rest. But anyway, thank you for taking the time out of your schedule and sharing it with me for this evening. And